So I do a little bit of storytelling, and this is a little piece I call Tooth Fairy, and it should be called Ruth Fairy. So I've come to terms that I drink a little bit way too much, and Jack and Jim and Jameson sometimes are not my BFFs, but I won't. I always put it to the test. So I have a kid, and it's pretty hard being a mom and still being a rock star, you know? So he came up to me one night. I was making plans to go out, and he says, "Ma'am, I lost my tooth." And I'm like, "Awesome! You're gonna get some money tomorrow." And which he probably didn't even know was his first one. I shouldn't have told him because then I had to put money in there. You know? But he was very excited about it. I said good things were gonna happen. Morning was gonna be great. Well, at least I thought, right? So I went out and I had myself a few drinks, and I figure I still made it home before he got up, so that's a good thing. And I was able to make it into the shower without vomiting, and and everything was fine. I even was like, man, I do not have a hangover today. This is gonna be really fucking awesome. So I'm getting ready for work, and I'm in the shower, and I hear my kid go, "Ma, the tooth fairy didn't come." And I was like, "Fuck, fuck!" Like with the shampoo, but I'm crying because I'm like, I'm a bad mother. I'm a bad mother. And then he says, "But the tooth is gone." And I'm like, "Okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. We're gonna fix this." "Okay, honey. Well, hold on. Maybe I can. You probably missed it. I don't know. I'll come outside right now and see what you're doing." And thank you. He's like, "Tell the truth, Ruth." So he says, I come outside and I see him, and I'm like, oh my god, and I could tell, like, he was just like, what are you gonna come up with, lady? Mind you, he's like 5 or 6, and I know he's already got the you smell one, two, you're gonna lie again. Invention of lying. Anyway, it's for good reasons. So I pretend I'm looking, and I see the tooth on the floor, and I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Like, I'm just gonna grab this, and I'm gonna stick this money inside this pillowcase, which was a bunch of crumbled dollars from the bar. And it was like tip money, and I just thought, all right, I'm gonna put this in here, and he's gonna totally buy it. So I did the whole, oh my god, look where it was, and he's like, um, I guess I missed it. I'm like, you did. It's okay. We'll put it in your little piggy bank. It's gonna be awesome. Like next time he's probably gonna bring you more. Because that was really only like $2, and I should have given him probably 5, but I didn't have any more money. And then so we go and put it in his little piggy bank, and he's kind of like bummed out. I could tell, and I felt bad, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna give in to him. Screw that. I am the tooth fairy, and she just was late. Fuck it. So I end up looking at him, and he's like with his backpack, and he's walking out, and I was like, fuck, I need coffee. So I grabbed the money that I just gave him out of his piggy bank. Right, bogus. He doesn't know this. He might. He doesn't care now. He's just like, please sober up, mom. Like, so I end up going, and I get my coffee, and I did kind of feel guilty for the most part of the day until I crashed at like noon when I ate the biggest sandwich of my life and realized that I wasn't at home. And so that was it, and I figured, all right, you know what? It's cool. He's over it. So the next time he loses his tooth, I'm like, I got him this time. But why did I go out again? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was like, ooh, you lost a tooth celebration. I don't know. Fuck it, triggers. Something triggered it. So I ended up out again that night. And this time I was like, I'm not going to spend all my money. I saved $5. I'm like, it's on. But then it was really like 5 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my God, this kid's gonna get up. So I get inside, and I'm like, you know that buzz that you're like, I'm not buzzed. But the next day you're like, what the fuck was I doing? I was that kind of buzzed. So I'm walking into his room, and I'm like, fuck. So I start crawling in because I'm like, he won't hear me. And I'm crawling into the room, and I'm like staring at him because I'm like, I hope he's sleeping. And he sounded like he was snoring, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I was buzzed. I mean, at the time he did, the next day I was like, was he? So I stick my hand, like I'm like going in real slow under the pillow. And I thought I was almost in there. And he was like, to me, like didn't say a word, just like exorcist fucking scary bullshit face that made me go. Nothing came out, but I was scared. And I was like, go to sleep. You're dreaming. And I'm like going like this to his face. Like he was, I'm like, why did I touch him? So he's like, there you go again, kind of type of shit, you know, that look. But he did me the favor. And he humored me and went back to sleep. And I was like, okay, I did this. Ruth Fairy came through, right? And I crawled back out. I don't know why. I mean, why did I crawl back out? So anyway, the next day I was like, this is awesome. I fucking accomplished this one and it's great. Now he has money, blah, blah, blah. He kind of like went along with it for a minute. And I just thought, yeah, I redeemed myself. Fuck this, bitches. I'm fucking the tooth fairy and I fucking brought it, right? So then we're at Target and this is now around Christmas. And I'm like, you know what, Damien? Like, you haven't written a letter to Santa, you know? Like, what's up? Like, what do you want for Christmas? Like, he's not gonna know. And he was like, well, you are the tooth fairy. Oh my God. That's it. Thank you.